All right. Good evening, everybody. Sorry we're a few minutes late. We were talking backstage and lost track of time, Talking pops. It's always fun, guys. Hope everyone's having a great week. Hope everyone had an amazing Memorial Day. And I hope you truly understand the reason and the feeling behind Memorial Day. I hope June is going to be good for everybody. So thank you guys for coming out to the 4 Horsemen tonight. There's only 3 of us here, like usual. We have one that's missing in action. I don't think he'd make it to his own funeral on time. But we still love him. Tonight we have myself. We have Jeremy from Let's Start Pop Collection, Danny from Below Average Gaming Dad, and of course Rob from Hoosier Pop. But I think when he gets here, we'll just put him in the timeout booth for a little bit. So we're gonna have. Here we go. Here's Jeremy.
Hello.
And then if Danny is ready.
He says I'm here in the chat.
All right. There he is. All right.
Hey.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Danny.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Living the dream.
Yes. Good evening, Nick. Thank you for stopping by.
Hey, Nick. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah. That's another channel everyone needs to check out. Nick over at I Want This Stuff has their own YouTube channel now, guys. Last time I checked, they were at like 51 subscribers, I think. So great content. The funny thing is, the last video they put up that I saw was his top 5 pops. So
Nice.
The trend's going around. So
I did not know that. I'm out of the loop with I Want This Stuff. Nick, I'm sorry, man. I know I haven't been around, but you know why. So it's good to hear, man. I can't wait to see what you got.
Yeah. Hopefully put some amazing content out there. I would love to see their collection, collection video, because that's got to be just amazing. So
their soda collection, you'd be,
yeah. I'd probably be crying, huddled up in the corner. So. I can only do what I can do, Nick. He said I'm a copycat, so. But no. So how's your week been so far, Danny?
Nuts. First day back after a long holiday. Nothing works right.
Oh yeah.
So we'll get through it. But only got 2 mystery boxes left, so I'm doing really good on that.
Oh yes.
Nice.
There were 2 for $50 shipped?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good job. Good deal on that. Good deal on that for sure. And the hits in those was amazing. I mean, you can't beat the price for sure. So Nick says they're doing something like that soon. So yeah, everyone go over to I Want This Stuff on YouTube. Check them out. Excuse me.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah. You said you're going to get back to work and everything this week, Jeremy?
Yeah, I feel like I can echo Danny's sentiment. It's like everything just came unglued. This week seems to be crazy. It's been nonstop. And I did work yesterday, but today was absolutely bizarre. It was crazy from the moment I got up till the moment clock struck about 5:30, 6 o'clock. So, getting back to work, getting back into the swing of things, and hopefully got some. I'm going to have to restock up on boxes. We were talking about that backstage, but I haven't bought a mystery box in a long time, so I'm going to have to stock back up on boxes so I have content to get back in the game. So.
Well, I think you probably got enough behind
sale,
you.
So.
I can probably do something with what I got. I did just buy a collection. I bought my first collection, so
awesome.
Yeah, got like 52 pops, I think, were in the collection. So
nice.
Good things to come.
Yeah, it's always exciting because you buy it and you're like, okay, I'm only gonna keep like these 4 pieces. And then you end up keeping 8 and then 30, and then it's like, oh, I'll get rid of these 3.
Yep. Yeah.
Nick says, go ahead.
No, I was going to say I pulled some. I pulled some and was like, okay, I'm going to keep these. I think there were 6. And then Mitchie came down and went through it, and she was like, "Oh no, we're keeping these 6 also." So yeah, no, your point is exactly right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Nick said he has some for sale.
I've been seeing it. I got to wait till wait to get back full stream. But yeah, as soon as I'll be over on that for sure. I'll be over on. I want this stuff, buying up some boxes. I know it is terrifying, Nick. Who knew?
Oh yes.
Who knew?
All right. Now Rob has arrived backstage, and he can sit there for another 2 minutes until he composes himself and thinks about what he's done to the community.
I'll start my timer now.
All right. If you're ready, Rob, we'll bring you in, buddy. All right. There he is, Rob from Hoosier Pop.
What's going on? Casually late as always.
We were all late. Jeremy and I were talking backstage and lost track of time. So,
yeah,
for sure. So your week, excuse me, your mystery boxes all sold out, all shipped now.
Gone, sold, shipped, in the mail. Poop. By 24 hours they sold out. So that was amazing.
Yes, that's great.
I couldn't even imagine. I was hoping they would sell quickly. I did not think within 24 hours. They just But I credit you guys a little bit on that too, because we had that conversation a while ago about mystery boxes and the fails and the this and the rules and the things, and I took all that in and just little things, and I put it all into this one, and 24 hours sold.
Awesome.
I mean, it was only 10 boxes, so it wasn't like it was a big box run, but still, like, it took to sell 15 boxes the last time. I think it took 3.5 weeks. Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, I think my first run was like 15 or 20 boxes, and I didn't end up selling them all out. I had to pull it.
Yeah. I don't know if you missed it, but Jeremy bought his first collection.
I did.
Oh,
that's exciting.
Actually, Rob knows a little bit about it because he's got something coming his way that came out of that collection.
Oh.
If I can track it down, it finally showed up.
Oh, yeah.
We got dog. Let's see if I can get a
sweet.
So that one's heading your way. Not too much. Box is in really good condition too. There's a little bit of whatever, but you don't care.
No, Walking Dead pops. I'll take them anyway. I got them.
Yep.
Nick from I Want This Stuff said, "Let me know when y'all get ready to drop them, and he'll blast it out. Any mystery box we drop." So,
Nick, I'm putting a collection together for you to buy next.
That's amazing.
Including the collection I just bought.
What's up, Randy?
Hey, Randy. Good evening, sir.
Hey, Lass.
Hello, Lass.
Hey, Lass.
Hello, Lass.
Yeah, I ended up with some fun stuff out there. I found this. I won't go through all of them, but I found this Vision. This is the old Avengers Vision, and he's kind of popped up in price after the WandaVision. So that one was a fun little surprise. And I found like a con-stickered Susie from Stranger Things, and I just gave away a flocked purple Scooby-Doo, and there was one of those in the collection. I was really excited to get it back. So
cool.
Buying a collection was more fun than I thought. Although, pops are in the condition that they're in. They're not all minty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a collection off my buddy. Did the same thing. Some of the pops in there are like, not the best boxes, but still very high value. So it's like,
right.
I pulled out the top ones that I used for this last run. I have some that aren't in the best, but they're still good. Like the was it Ahsoka? I can never say it.
Yep. Like
that hollow one, she's like $100-something, but the box looks like it's been not in a protector ever. It's got a little age to it, but still probably can nab pretty good PPG. So I think if I did like a mystery box damaged, it would perfect in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Nick brings up a good point with Lass here. Are we going to start talking about food? And if so, I've got a question. Rob, have you been able to find Quake cereal for your next breakfast lunch?
Nope. I've been searching for it, and I have not found a box of it.
Yeah.
The next step I'm going to do, and I've been holding back, is actually look on eBay, because I'm sure there's a box on eBay, but it's probably an original box.
Absolutely.
Well, probably. But I've watched some of these, like, I don't know if you've ever seen like Mythical Magical Morning, or is it Mythical Morning? Mythical, I don't know. But I've seen them order stuff from the 80s off of eBay and taste it, and it blows my mind that it's even put in your mouth. But who knows? If it's
it's when you buy that old pack of baseball cards from the early 80s and you chew that piece of gum that's it's rough.
Chip a couple of teeth. Yeah.
Disintegrates into powder.
It does. It's like eating a Razzles.
People hate Razzles. Does everybody hate Razzles? Am I the only one who likes Razzles?
I don't hate them, but I don't care for them.
Yeah, Vince from Poppin Duo loves them.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, I guess everyone's been sending them to him. So
I've been eating Razzles as long as I can remember, and the candy, like it turns into a dust in your mouth, and it's a decently tasting dust, and then it turns into a brown gum. It turns into it does. I don't care what color Razzle you start with; it's always going to be a piece of brown gum. And it's disgusting after about 3 chews. So it's like, done. So you can eat a whole pack of Razzles in like 5 minutes.
Fruit Stripe, I like it. Last got a new Soup Troop figure, so collectible food is also in. Soup Troop is my favorite Paka Paka. I love that line.
I was going to pick a couple of those up this week at the mall, and I decided not to. They only had like 4 of them. But
yeah, it was probably a Chase, the Dragon, and 2 other really good ones.
Probably.
Usually the leftover. We bought like 5 or 6 of, I think, the Toilet Ninjas, and there was only like 4 or 5 left in the box. And we went outside and we opened it up, and it was the Dragon. It was one of the Chases. It was one of the So I'm just gonna buy the end of the box every time now.
Yep.
Yeah, the soup and the toilet are my 2 favorite ones.
That's the only one I have.
Yeah.
And I think I got that from Jeremy and Mitchie.
I think
in a Mitchie's grab bag box, I think.
Yep, I think that's right. All ours are upstairs. We keep them in the bathroom. That's where they belong.
They have the Daisy Duke ones now. Those things are tiny. Like, they're all small, but the Daisy Duke ones are like minuscule.
Yeah. I just picked up, I think I've got 4 upstairs of the Twisted Treats. I haven't seen any of those yet. So
I haven't seen them now.
I saw them someplace this weekend. It might have been Hot Topic. I think they had them. So they didn't have many pops, but they had a bunch of other stuff. So, but, of course, no sodas.
No.
No.
Tough to find a soda in the wild.
It is. It is. And I'm kind of like jonesing right now because I haven't opened one in like a day and a half.
Are you completely out?
Sealed, yes.
Wow.
Believe it or not. No, I take that back. No, I'm not, but I've got them set for content. So.
You want me to shrink wrap some and send them your way?
Well, yeah.
I have like 4 miscellaneous boxes from like Box Lunch and Funko with sodas in them, and I don't even know which ones they are. We try to
I found a Deku the other night, and I was like, "Where in the hell did that come from?" And it was still sealed. I'm like, "I don't know." Just all of a sudden, it was in a box. I'm like, "Oh, hi." So. All right. Nick said he's not going to get the Soup Troop. He doesn't want to go down that rabbit hole. Yeah.
It's a deep rabbit hole. That and the mystery minis, it's a deep rabbit hole. So
yeah.
Essentially, that's what Pack-a-Packas are mystery minis. I mean,
yeah.
Well, you guys got me on those little the zombie ones now. So didn't some of you guys open them? Who haven't watched it? No.
I got the Hulk one.
The Hulk one. Yeah. So all right. So it was your fault.
Yeah, I opened one and it's all my fault. Yeah,
It is. I saw someone open it and I was like, ooh, the Hulk, that's cool. And then I was at Walmart and they had them and they were like $5. So I was like, I'm going to get one. And then it was like the black and white Venom. And then Paige went back to Walmart. I'm like, hey, get another one of those mini ones. So she comes back with 2. I was like, you're only going to get 1. She's like, I wanted to open one. And I was like, all right. So we got the regular Venom and then we got the regular Hulk. And I was like, yes.
I think that's I don't even know where this one, I can't remember where that one came from, but it's the She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
And
I might have sent you that actually.
That could be. Yeah. That would be the one play. Yeah, I bet you did.
I think I got that out of a box, and at the time I didn't have any others, and got a couple since then.
I always thought She-Hulk was really sexy, this like really powerful girl with all this inner rage that would just come out. Then I married my ex, and I no longer liked She-Hulk.
You mean the green skin wasn't a clue?
It was more olive skin. She was.
You taking a group photo there, Charles?
Yeah. You just say, what are you doing here, Charles? Do I smile?
Look, guys, I'm not alive.
Cheese. Thumbnails.
Ah.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
All right.
So all these like StreamYard things up in the picture, is that the new background stuff? Is that part of the new background?
Do what?
Where it says live with StreamYard in the top left corner.
Oh, this? Yeah, I don't know. You can't see my mouse. What am I doing?
Yeah, well.
Look at all this down here. Can you see this? No.
That's a setting. If you click on you click on.
Yeah. I don't know how well you can see that.
It's a background thing.
Oh, is that what you meant by background? Yeah. I'm a noob. This is my first live.
I love that King Kong and Godzilla.
Use the Mr. Grail boxes, screwed them to the wall. Hey.
Nice. Multi-purpose.
I have to go back and get the Kong. We just found the Kong in the store the other day, and I didn't pick it up. And I said after I sell out the box run, maybe I'll go back and get it. And then probably won't be there, but I have the Zilla back here out of box. So awesome.
Was that the new collector's core box behind you too?
Yes. Have not opened it. I got that today.
Me too. I haven't opened it yet.
No.
Hey, Funko Brothers.
Hey, Funko Brothers. Your box shipped today, Funko Brothers. So you should be receiving it probably Friday. Tuesday? Yeah, Friday probably. So Rob, yours too, and Danny's. I think, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And I haven't got the stuff for your box yet, Jeremy. So
Hey.
It's one of those ones that's lost in translation someplace.
I hear you. All right.
But all right, guys. So we talked about it, and we're going to talk about our top 5 that we own, either sentimental value, monetary value, and then we're going to talk about our top 5 wanted items. That was actually harder for me to do than I thought it would be. It really was. So.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. One of the ones I wanted is actually sitting over there in a box that I received today, but I will not reveal what it is yet. So, till later in the week. So. You want to go ahead and start with your number 5, Jeremy?
Number 5 that I own. Okay, I have to preface this by saying my top 2 in pops that I own are out of box, so the value is a little bit skewed, but it still puts them probably at top of the list. So I'll wait and talk about those. So my number 5 would be recent addition, the Flintmobile. So the Flintmobile Aduno, that was an awesome gift that I just got from Jimmy Funko. So really awesome.
That is a cool. I didn't know that one existed till you opened it. And I was like, oh.
That's high. That's probably number 1, number 2 on my sentimental list as well. So
Very cool. Very cool.
So am I going through all of them, or was that where we? Am I?
We want to just go around the horn?
Yeah, go around.
Yeah,
that's fine.
All right, go ahead, Danny.
Well, my number 5, my top 5 are not my most valuable pops. They're just ones that I like for different reasons. And it is this Growlithe. And reason being, this was the first giveaway that I won and was signed by Grown Kids TV. So it kind of started my signature collection as well.
Nice.
Sweet. Cool, cool. I'm a fly in here and I can't get rid of it. It might be the lack of soda. I'm not sure.
It's the withdrawals you got going on there. Jittery.
All right, Rob.
So my 5th is it's more a collection than a pop, but it's the Walking Dead collection. But if I had to pick one out of it, it is this one, the Woodbury Walker. This is the first zombie pop that I pulled from this line out of a mystery box. I had all of these Walking Dead pops, and I didn't have any zombies. And I kept saying, I don't have any zombies. I don't have any zombies. The zombies, they all cost so much. I don't have any zombies. And then I opened up a mystery box that night, and there was a zombie in it. And I was like, amazing. So of the whole collection, I mean, I love them all. But pulling the Woodbury Walker on a day when I was like really like upset that I didn't have any of the zombies was kind of cool. And so this is definitely one of my favorite ones. And it was a Spastic Collectibles mystery box pull.
Nice.
I've never had bad luck with Spastic, that's for sure. So.
I did a video where I said like, oh, every time I pull stuff from Spastic, I'm like, meh, nothing. It's nothing really. I'm not really impressed. And then I went back and watched all my Spastic collectible boxes, and I was like, I love this pop. Oh my god! So I retract that statement. I've done very well with Spastic, and I like their boxes.
Yeah. Danny, do you want to retract your about Live Laugh Funko, or you want to stay with it?
I think I'm going to stay with that one.
Yeah, hold true to that.
So did you see the New York City Pops video though with Live Laugh Funko? Where he's like, he was talking about Poppin Missouri. He said, I saw it, a couple other guys in the comments. I believe that was me and Danny. And then he pulls it out. He pulls out a Stitchwood frog on his head, which is like a $34 pop.
Yeah.
So he actually did pull a good pop out of it. Yeah. Doesn't change my opinion on them.
So he's the one guy, right?
It's the one video. And that was just blind luck because he saw like a bunch of people going, it's crap, don't buy it. And he buys it. He's like, this is crap. He's not a Stitch fan and he could care less about the pop, but value wise, he did match the like $2 short or something like that. So, but even a broken clock is right twice a day. So,
yeah.
All right. So my top number. Go ahead.
Lost $2.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So my number 5 is Bluto in the Toga Party. It's like an $8 pop, but it's the first pop I ever owned after the accident, and it's what started this. So I mean, it no monetary value, but sentimental value beyond belief. So
very cool.
Yeah. So I don't remember.
Okay, I have to make a record or something. I just asked him for money, and he said, you don't ever have to ask for money, just take my card. So if anyone ever hears him say that I spent like $400 on something, it's because he gave me permission right now to just take his card.
Well, he told you to take his card. He didn't say he had any money on it.
Yeah. I'll just hold on to this PayPal card.
You could have just muted your mic real quick so it wasn't on record.
The ask was on, and when I said it was on, she made sure she took it off.
Thank you.
You're going on record. She's just getting cookies, so cookies should not wipe out my card.
Well, I think you have all of our addresses for the cookies.
He hasn't been making me cookies, so I have to go buy some.
I do plan on making cookies though. I do plan on making cookies to send everybody because now that USPS seems to be back on track with shipping and not taking 4 weeks to deliver stuff, I feel like now it's okay to like actually send out cookies again.
Should be.
Should be.
I love you.
Hey,
Nick wants cookies too.
Yeah, Nick would like some cookies also.
I still owe him a giveaway. I don't know what to give him pop-wise. He's got everything.
Cookies, it sounds like. Cookies, Funko Pop cookies.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Your
While Nick's still in here, I have a question for him. I was asked the other day if you are still doing the stickers in the mystery boxes. If channels send you their stickers, are you willing to still put them in your boxes? I was asked the other day in a chat. So if anybody hasn't seen that, I Want This Stuff allowed us to send them stickers. They threw our stickers in the boxes, and we went worldwide. Probably, most likely, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I need to get back on that because I don't think I've gotten a subscriber since he ran out of stickers. It's been a little dry around here lately.
I threw a 47-second promo video up last night playing around, and I think I got like 3 subscribers last night. I was like, wow, okay, so that might have actually worked.
Nice. Yep.
Nice. I did my 500 giveaway and I didn't have any stickers. I couldn't find any, so I panicked. So I opened my drawer here because I have everybody's like extra stickers, and I'm like, oh, Poppin, Missouri, I want that stuff. Start throwing stickers in the box because I like the idea of sharing stickers, and people like getting stickers. So
yep.
I didn't forget. I just admitted. I know I owe you. I'm like, Funko Pop wise, what can I do?
I promise I have more I Want This Stuff stickers than I do Let's Start a Pop Collection stickers.
Be really close, yeah.
I'm pretty dry on my end. We did that last mystery box round. I'm pretty sure one person didn't get a sticker in their box because I think I only had 19 out of 20. So, all right, we up next up on the list, number 4.
Yes, sir.
So number 4 goes higher on the list from a value standpoint, but actually I'm going to back that one off. Number 4 is going to be the sentimental to Mitchie and I, high up on the value list as well, but we're going to go with the train set. I was going to say Pluto, but really just that whole Disney train set. That thing blew my mind. I didn't want it. She did. We got it. Then I loved it when I saw it all together. And then, boom, all of a sudden it's skyrocketed in value.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone saw that one doing that.
Mm-mm.
I don't even think Funko thought it was going to be a hit that big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I thought I was overpaying for, I think it was Minnie was the last one I needed to complete the set, and I gave it to my wife for Christmas. So that's why I saw it on my list as her pops. And then within a week after I got it, it like doubled.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, well, maybe it wasn't such a bad investment there.
Yep. Such a great set.
What does everyone think about the Nightmare Before Christmas train now?
Dipping into the well twice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Sounds like Funko.
Lightning striking twice in the same spot. The part of me is like got hardcore FOMO on it and don't want to miss it. Feels like I need to buy it all, but I don't really collect Nightmare Before Christmas, so why would I?
Mm-hmm.
No, exactly.
See now,
but knowing what the Disney train did, you're like,
Yeah.
Right. So Paige collects Nightmare Before Christmas. It's like one of her favorite lines. So I have justification to buy it, and then if it does go, it goes. If it doesn't, it's still something she likes. So someone was just selling the whole set as a pre-order on their site for $50 for the whole thing now.
Wow.
So I don't know what set it was.
I will say there's another part of the train, the Dumbo specifically, that I like because I got it for such a great deal from Nick, who has never let me forget it.
Little Papa Wheelie.
What's up? Matthew, how are you, brother?
Nick said he loves the train set, and the Nightmare, he only likes the 0.
Yeah.
There. So, I'll be honest, I've never seen Nightmare Before Christmas like all the way through. It's just not something that I'm interested in, so I don't think I'll go after the pops. You know. So.
Yeah, I think I sent Paige almost all the Nightmare Pops that I had, or found, or
yeah, they're all back here, proudly displayed. I was selling movie tickets in one of my first jobs when the Nightmare Before Christmas actually came out. I was the box office ticket seller when that movie was in the theater, and I had a Nightmare Before Christmas pin. You know, like they give out the pins for like people to wear to promote the movie. And then like 10 years later, when I started selling like on eBay, I was just selling a bunch of random stuff, and I was like, oh, I got this Nightmare Before Christmas pin, I'll sell it. And it sold for like $30, and I was like, what? It's just a stupid movie pin that I had. I didn't know at the time like the cult level following that this movie had. Yep. If I had that today, it'd probably be worth gold. But
I mean, it's Tim Burton. Tim Burton has some pretty amazing stuff, and I love the movie Nightmare Before Christmas. I just, along with some of the TV shows and things like that, there's just some lines that don't have that draw for me. That Funko, it doesn't cross over into Funko the way some others do. Like, you know, so that's just one that really hasn't. Although I love all of the Zero Pops. I don't have any, but I do love that line, the Zero one specifically.
I think of the Burton movies and Pops that I've seen, I think the one that I like, but I like the least, is the Edward Scissorhands one. Mm-hmm. Even the soda. The soda's cool, but it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
On that one, it's kind of like Oogie Boogie. The common, it looks better than the chase, from what I've seen. You know, and that's another Tim Burton piece. So
yeah.
Who knows?
89 Batman for the Burton win.
Yes, Nick, it made Mitchie very happy. Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's all that's important.
Yep.
What's up, Papa Wheelie?
Yeah. All right, Danny, what's your number 4?
Well, I kind of wish Charlie was here because it happens to be one that he got for me.
Nice.
Mr. Snuffleupagus.
Yes.
He ran across and did a call and asked if anybody wanted anything, and I saw that in the background. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know they made those. So he picked it up for me and sent it over as an AOK. So that was just really sweet, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, you know, who doesn't like Snuffleupagus? I mean, you know, grew up with Sesame Street.
Yeah. Papa Wheelie said Tim Burton sucked outside of Batman.
Oh, wow.
All right, Rob.
Man, this is so hard. So I can't bring it down because it'll knock the whole top of the wall down. But again, it's a line. But one of the pops of the line is Dorothy from the Golden Girls, the original 4 Golden Girls pops. Golden Girls is one of those shows that just has so many memories tied to it that it's like a tangible memory, like you can actually touch it. And you know, Dorothy was always my character. She had the sarcasm that I had, the attitude that I had. I had a buddy, and he was very much the Rose to my Dorothy when we hung out. And I, you know, still don't feel bad all these years later being such a jerk to him, but it was all in good fun and we got along and it worked. So that was like one of the first pops that I got too. One that brought me into it out of the horror, because I saw that they had the horror, then I saw they had like Batman, stuff like that. But then when I saw they had Golden Girls, that's how I knew that this whole thing was really going to get serious, because wow, Golden Girls, to me, that was so like, why are they doing this? These toys of these old ladies, like, why would they do that? Like, who likes that? You know, I mean, I know I do, but this is big enough to, and sure enough, man, they're all over the place. And now they have their second line. I don't understand the second line, the bowling one. I mean, I know there was a bowling episode. Of all the episodes, I don't know why that one made the second line, but I think like Friends, you'll see another line in about a year or so, and it'll just go down the line. But and I have to say it's the Golden Girls line, and it's the Dorothy pop.
Nice.
Christy wants those, and every time I find them, it's the bowling one. She's like, I don't like the bowling ones.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, the original ones.
Here. All right. So my number 4 is Washington crossing the Delaware. Ever since I got into Pops, I saw it someplace, and I was like, I want that because I'm a huge history fan. I have almost the whole American history line. I'm only missing, I think, 2 or 3, and one of them is real hard to find. That and Christy got it for my birthday for me. So I mean, it's not a real expensive one, but it's kind of hard to find. So, and being, like I said, a history buff, I had to have it. So,
what are the 3 you're missing?
I'm trying to think now. I think there's a Martin Luther King Jr. and I'm missing that one. But I've seen a lot of fakes of that one floating around on eBay and stuff. I believe. And then I'll have to look. Because I've got a couple doubles of I've got 2 George Washingtons and 2 Ben Franklins, the same ones. But yeah. So that would be my number 4 is Washington. So
Nice.
Cool.
You got that in your birthday video, didn't you?
Yeah.
That was like one of your first. That's one of the first videos I remember seeing. Besides you opening like 18 soda chases in a row, like a video. That was the one I was like, Adam, did you see this guy's videos? He like opens all these chases. Like he's just sitting there, chase.
And I haven't lost that enthusiasm either. So, I watched the video today. I won't say who it was, but they opened 2 sodas. They were both chases, and they're just like, oh, we have that one. I'm like, are you kidding me? I've got a couple of a certain one, and every time I still open it, I still about wet myself because I'm so excited.
That's because you're building the Rosie army. Come on.
See, I got my Quiz chases. They're my helicopters. I got my wrestlers. They're my, soldiers. And then I got my robot Rosies. We're good.
Nice.
I'm going to have to set them up one day on like a table or something and make like a war scene.
And when you wet yourself, Rosie can clean up the mess. She's a maid. So
there you go. Yeah, I saw that today and I was like, are you kidding me? You just opened $150 worth of that you paid $30 for, if that much. And you're just like, oh, we already have those. I'm like,
Funko can do that to you, but hello, Fox Crown, by the way.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, Funko can do that to you sometimes, though. When if you, I mean, you know how it is. It is. Unfortunately, you open a mystery box and you pull your 5th Ric Flair. And at some point you're like, okay, enough.
Yeah. Yeah, the time I pulled a Quisp, that was pretty cool on Nick. And then that Thanos sat over here since Easter. Sealed, and I open it, I'm like, oh, wow.
Nice.
And I still have one of those Easter boxes, Nick, so.
Yeah, Hoosier doesn't need the sodas. Fox says you figured out how to win the waffle algorithm.
Ain't that good?
How you like
two of them. One for $3, and one I bought 4 spots, but no one else was buying the last 3 spots, and I wanted to go, and there were some fire pops. That's why I asked you guys, which one do I pick?
Yep.
I didn't go with your suggestions, by the way.
I honestly didn't think you would, but I'm not surprised.
I was hardcore debating it, but I had to go with the other.
Yeah, well, you can't always be right, so.
No, I know. And it's funny because doing the Hanna-Barbera thing, I'm like, it's Hanna-Barbera, it's Barney, it's, oh my God, I really want it. But I don't know, man. That metallic set came out, and people were like charging. I had people messaging me like, oh, you like Batman? Hey, I can get you this whole set for like $400, and then the Robin Chase for $600. And I was like, yeah, or I can continue to stay engaged, and I'm gonna pass.
Right. They're both rabbit holes. I mean, you've got one now, so you're eventually gonna kind of, have to go after the rest of them.
They're the kind of pops that are, they're the pops that like I am not going to actively pursue them, but if there's an opportunity, or if I pull it from a mystery box or get lucky in a raffle, then absolutely I'll go for it. Like I bought 4 spots. It was a $5. I bought 1 spot yesterday for $5 because what happened was I played one for $3. Said for $3, what the hell? There's a couple of good pops there. Lo and behold, I won it. So I was like, all right. So I picked up the Marty with the jacket, the Funko Shop exclusive. Mm-hmm. It's like a $40 pop, right? So I'm like, all right, for $3, that's not bad. And again, if I'm getting something from someone, whether it's free or like ridiculously priced, I'm gonna put more money back into it. Mm-hmm. So I said, I'll buy another ticket. What the hell? If I lose, I just paid $8. I'm still getting a $40 pop. And then today there were still 3 spots sitting there, and I was getting impatient because I wanted to know if I won or lost. I just sold out the mystery box run, so I said, let me buy the other 3 spots. And sure enough, bloop, I got the message from saying, hey, congrats, you won again. So I was like,
it's pretty awesome.
I'm down. It's been a good day. So
I've been down the waffle rabbit hole too, though, and sometimes you go on a streak and you'd be like, man, if I just had all that money back, I could have bought the damn thing.
Well, and that's why I normally will not play them. I will never play the minis. I won't get involved in those things. Yep. I won't do it for like. I did one $10 one, and that was for a glow in the dark Hulk, and I didn't get it. I was the second to last. I was so mad. But I can't because back in the day I had a little run-in with gambling in Atlantic City for so I can't go back that way because I get sucked in very easily.
Yep. All right, you want to go number 3?
Yep, go ahead.
Number 3 on the list for me. I'm going to do another. I'm going to cheat a little bit here. I'm going to do it was a Funko Shop drop at the same time. And it's funny because I've had arguments with my son about him and I watching this together when he grew up. And he adamantly denies that it ever happened. So I've been back and forth with him only to realize about a year later that it wasn't my son. It was my daughter I watched these with. And so it's still a great memory. But I did watch Dexter's Laboratory and Johnny Bravo, and they dropped at the same time. It was one of the first Funko drops I got in on when I first started collecting, and I was able to pick both of those up, and that would be tied for number 3, those 2 pops. That was a great pickup.
Very cool.
Yeah, I've literally on camera been like, how do you not remember this? There's no possible way. Yeah, it wasn't him. It definitely wasn't him.
Well, at least he was, watching it with a child. You got that part right.
Yeah, I did get that.
Paige has my card.
Oh, there's not a drop, is there? You're going to miss out.
I was going to say, dropping because Paige has your card.
Right. I'll get the notification from Dispops now that all the Blacklight Alice sodas just went up.
Yep.
So while she's getting freaking Oreos, I'm missing everything. As Nancy said, those sodas are really throwing some shade.
I don't know if they even really exist or not. I'm not real sure at this point. So.
There's rumors.
Yeah. All right, Danny.
All right. So Charles, you might recognize this one.
Oh yeah.
Again, big Kansas City fan. Grew up near Kansas City. Loved the Royals. Loved the Chiefs. And this is the only Royals pop to have. So.
Yeah.
Just memory of home. That's why that one made number 3 on my list.
Yeah. Not so true though, because they just came out with Whit Merrifield.
Yeah,
I've got that pre-ordered. I think I need to go get it this week. Very nice.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite out-of-boxers.
Nick said, "So what if you get divorced? It's a plastic figure. It's worth it."
Because I ain't even there yet. I ain't even married yet. I'm in the middle stage. I'm between marriages, as we say in the business.
Well, but if you think about it, Nick lives at home probably still. So
I was going to take
Sorry,
the other
Nick.
route. I was going to take the other route and say the plastic figures will never leave you. These will be.
And if they do start marching out of this garage, I'm going to open that door and let them go.
Yeah, I was going to say it's time to let them go.
If they make an 18-inch Dorothy, then we can talk.
Yeah.
Okay, challenge
Good
accepted.
Don't ask questions if I'm cuddling a 18-inch Dorothy pop at nighttime. Better than a teddy bear.
LJ the Geek.
What's up,
Good
LJ?
evening. He said,
Marriage is not the same thing, and the difference is about $10,000 in divorce court.
That's just the initial thing.
Yeah,
Where it costs a lot more. You know that.
yeah. I won't tell you what I lost on the first one. Or hopefully last one.
yeah. All right, Rob.
All right, third. So this one's actually a newer pop in my collection, and it will explain some of the other stuff. But I'm just gonna show it. It's actually the Blacklight Joker that I just got last night from Randy. I missed out on all the Blacklight pops, and then when Hot Topic they did a restock on Harley and Joker, and I ran up there. This was a few weeks ago, and I was able to get the Harley. The Jokers were gone. They only got 2 Jokers in. And then they keep teasing me. They keep restocking and restocking and restocking and restocking. And it's always the Joker and the Harley. And when I get there, there's always like 7 Harleys and no Jokers. So I kept missing it. And all week, I've been so mad because I wasn't able to get to the mall for it. Or if I got there, it was gone. And I don't have a lot of like the old school Jokers. I have so many Batman pops and Batgirl pops and all these other pops. But I didn't have a lot of Jokers. And I love the Joker. So like... When I'm serious, when I opened last night, I definitely was tearing up, and I was talking about All Night with Paige, and it's sitting here on the desk. I'm just staring at it. And so when I had that opportunity today to get that Joker, and I was like, the Joker, the Barney, I'm like, well, I just got a Joker, but this is another Joker. So it just meant a lot, and it definitely bumped into my collection. And the blacklight on it, the glow is so cool. When the blacklight pops came out, I didn't like the way they looked, with the weird colors and everything. And it's because I didn't see them lit up. But once you see them lit up, you're like, I'm just in awe. I'm just amazed. And this one, his orange, so it's this one. It's the Blacklight Joker. Sorry.
I've got an 8-bit Joker I would send you, but it would cost about $70 to ship because it weighs about 85.
Oh, those 8-bits, I know.
And nobody wants it. I tried to give it away one time in a live stream, and everybody was like, "No, I'll pass."
Lass says she wants the exclusive Demon Slayer pop that he just dropped. She missed out on the pre-sale. Hope to find it in the store.
I'll write that down. I'll keep an eye out around my stores.
What is Demon Slayer?
Anime. Isn't it?
I would say anime if Lass wants it. Yeah.
And what is it? A Hot Topic exclusive Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Well,
there was a bunch of Demon Slayer stuff dropped, like, I guess last week now.
When is it supposed to hit the store? I was gonna say because I'm going to the mall tomorrow, but if it's pre-sale, it's probably not out yet, right?
No. It's probably Q3, Q4. Everybody will be set for Christmas. Everything's coming out Q4. All right. So my number 3, lost track, is one I just got from our buddy over at Templar Pops. It's the Captain America 2017 Spring Convention, the World War II. He didn't know this, that I was searching for it. I had seen it on SLAPSHOTPOPS, and I was like, okay, I need that one. Military, red, white, and blue, Captain America, I'm all in. And I'd never said anything to Jeremy about it. He sent me a gift, and that's what it was.
Wow.
Along with that, we read the letter. That's the video I cried in, and then afterwards really cried because it was amazing, I guess he could read me that well that he knew that would be me. So, yeah.
Did you see Mr. G's Pop Shop's latest video or one of his latest videos?
Yes. And while I watched that, I brought my laptop to the garage, watched the video, and looked at this pop while he was going over it. I'm like, okay.
I bought one off my buddy Charles, so I have one back here too. Mm-hmm. And I just looked at it today. The only thing I remembered was the don't symbol being like it's supposed to be red, not black, right?
It's be red. Yeah.
So this one is red. So I was like, I'm guessing that's a good thing. I didn't know they made fakes of that one, to be honest with you.
I'll make fakes of anything.
Oh, they'll make fakes of anything if they can make money off it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for sure.
All right, number 2. Up to number 2. Number 2, I believe I could be getting this wrong. But I'm certain I'm not. My first hard stack ever pulled out of a mystery box came from Jassy over at House of 1,000 Pops, and it was Lucky the Leprechaun Glow in the Dark.
Ooh.
Came in a hard stack, and it was that was my highest pop in my collection for the longest time. Still love that pop. It's right down here somewhere. It's in there. I didn't want to take them all out either because I've got they're all my really nice ones are if they're in stacks or the ones that I love are always on the bottom, it seems like. So I'd have to pull 10 layers of pops out to get to them.
Well,
I don't have that problem because I don't have that many. So
yeah, I was gonna say I probably got about 10% of the pops that you guys do, so I can grab them pretty easy.
All right.
All right. So I guess number 2. Right. It's going to be the recent one that my son surprised me with. He didn't even know he was going to Walmart, and he went with a friend and came back home and handed me this.
Cool. I love it.
Because I talked about it, seen it at the store, and knew that I'm an Andre fan, and so I was extremely surprised. And of course, he hands it to me, and he says, "All right, is this your favorite pop now?" I said, "Well, no, but it's close."
At least he didn't ask if he was your favorite kid,
Oh well, they all ask that all the time.
Oh.
But it depends on the day and what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What did you do for me today?
Or what did you not do?
Last said Andre is great. Loved him in The Princess Bride.
Yeah. Yes, awesome movie.
Fantastic.
For sure. Is that the only movie he was ever in, or was he in others?
None that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Good question. I'll Google while we're talking.
He that was towards the end there, and he was in a lot of pain while filming that movie, but it's kind of a miracle he got it done.
Yeah.
Yes, great quotable movie.
Oh yeah.
All right, Rob.
All right.
So this is the second, right?
Yeah.
Second favorite. All right, so this one there's 2, and they're 2 different categories. The first one I don't have. It's somewhere again under the mess, and it's a Game of Thrones Jon Snow pop. And the reason that one falls into this top 5 is because actually it was a Christmas gift from Paige's mother this past Christmas. She it was the first Christmas we all spent, and she knew I was into Funko Pops because she helped us move in, and she was like, "Wow, you have a lot." So she wanted to buy me one, but she knew I had so many that'd be hard. So she said, "Well, what lines doesn't he have?" And she said, "Well, we don't collect Game of Thrones." So she goes, "Great, I found a Game of Thrones one. I'll get him that." So she got me a Jon Snow, just a random pick. It was just to be like, "Here's a pop. I got you a pop." And I was like, "Oh, cool." So I had just pulled after that, a week later, a Drogon, one of the 6 or 10 inch Drogon, 6-inch Drogon pops. So then I had 2, and we were talking about. I'm like, "Wow, I got one, then I got another one." I'm like, "Maybe this is a sign. Maybe we should just actually watch the show," because we had never watched the show, and I knew about the show, and I knew all the hoopla about the last episode of the show, and so we started to watch the show because of the pop. And then we got into the show. So we've been watching the show over the last several months. A thing in our house now is when we all get settled nights, want to watch an episode? And it's like, okay. Like, we don't even have to say anything else besides that. We'll watch an episode through, and we both love the show, and it's something that became one of our things, and it's only because it got sparked with that pop that her mom bought me for Christmas. So sentimentally, that's up there. And then the other number 2 pop, the tie for number 2, is one of my horror pops, and it's the Jason Voorhees. Now, this was the Walgreens special. I was able to get the special edition sticker. I'm still looking for one of these with a Walgreens sticker on it. But when I started collecting, Jason Voorhees, the first one with the hockey mask, was my first pop that I got in my collection. My friend bought it for me. And then I wanted to get all the Jasons, and most of them are so ridiculously expensive, like the glows and this and that. But this one was about $25 everywhere. And I was still at that point in time, like, if it's over $10, I'm not buying it. I just, I can't spend that kind of money on a pop. And I ended up finding this one, I think, online. A guy had it. So I bought it off him for like 15, maybe $20 shipped. And it came, and I just love the pop. It's definitely one of my favorite pops. Because it's one that I wanted. It was definitely a wish list pop for about 2.5 years. And it's not a very expensive pop, but I just love it. I just love it. So yeah, I would say that's definitely one of my. I'm gonna get sentimental. So yeah, I'm sorry. That's definitely one. I'm just gonna put them back on the shelf now. Carry on.
Good evening, James and Nadia. Thank you guys for stopping in. They're talking about Invincible. What is that?
It's based off of a comic by Robert Kirkman, so the guy who came up with The Walking Dead. It's a high school kid who comes into his powers and kind of dealing with that, and then find out that his dad's not the hero he thought he was, and it's a good series. It's very, very graphic. The episode 8 has a scene in there that will really probably turn off a lot of people, but it's a really good series and a really good comic. I've read the whole series, but yeah.
Now, is that on HBO Max or Netflix or Amazon?
Amazon.
Okay. I might check it out. I've been watching Umbrella Academy. I'm almost through the first season, and at first I was like, why am I watching this? I don't. And then about three in, it's kind of like WandaVision. About 3 or 4 in, you're like, okay, I got to keep watching what's going to happen next.
Yeah, and that's another one that I was reading the comics on that it's based off of. And the show is so much better than the comic. I had to quit reading the comic because it just went way out there. And the show's so much better.
Thank you.
You gotta try it.
I will. Sorry, I got a milk and cookie delivery. Hold on, let me put that in your hand.
Just hand me one. I wish I had a bucket of cookies here. I could pull one up and go, hey, thanks, Rob.
I mean, Mitchie just came home, but she didn't bring me cookies. She just yelled at me for not taking the trash out.
Are they good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're lemon. They're delicious. How do you go wrong with lemon?
Oh,
cookies?
I hate lemon flavored things. They're tiny. Look at this. Look at how tiny. They're so tiny. Oh, what is up with the lighting? They're tiny. They're like little lemon crackers.
The lemon wafers.
Last Ketchum said, now we all want cookies.
Yep.
Nick asked for his were.
I almost got Oreos, but I know they're Rob's favorites, and you're trying not to go over calorie count, so I was like, I'm not going to bring them in the house. So I got Chip Ahoy's because I know you don't like Chip Ahoy's.
I don't. They're grainy, crappy chocolate chip cookies.
So what you're saying is you ate all the Oreos in the car before coming inside?
Or they're in the trunk.
I would have gotten Oreos, but they didn't have like white chocolate covered Oreos, so I was like, nah, it's not the same.
She's done that. She's pulled stuff out. I'm like, where'd you get that? She's like, it's been in the bedroom. Like, what?
Okay, to be fair, when his son was here, he would eat all of the stuff that I bought for me. Like, I bought a thing of Oreos. I want to have some of those, and then I'd come out to get some, and they'd all be gone. So,
yeah.
I'm like, no, they're mine.
He also didn't know how to close any packages, so if there were some, they were stale.
Yeah.
That's a teenager.
Kid.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's one word.
Yeah. All right. My number 2 is my Rudy, signed by Rudy Rudiger himself with the COA. It's the only way I would have bought it.
Are you going jogging?
You know, it's a $15 pop without the autograph. But growing up in Northern Illinois, loving Notre Dame, watching Notre Dame every Saturday, secretly wanting to play for him if I could ever, get an A in a class. It was a no-brainer. As soon as I saw the pop, I bought the pop on Whatnot for like $14. And then like 3 days, I didn't even have that pop yet. 3 days later, we go to this comic book store and they have this. And I'm like, really? So I paid a little bit for it. And I actually said I only had like 25 or 26 subscribers on the channel. I said, when I hit 50, I'll go buy it. Well, that weekend, I think Silver-Haired Wolf shouted me out and went over 50. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm going to buy it. So I did.
Nice.
That's another one that it'll never leave. It'll be in my cardboard box with me when I go. So
I had a little side bet here, thinking what everybody's top number ones were going to be, and I thought that was going to be your number one.
Me too.
A little surprised.
it was hard, but when
anxious.
you see what you see what number one was, you'll understand. I think
The first 13 Chase sodas you pulled in the same day.
Yeah, I'm going to cheat here because I opened them all at the same time. So here's number one.
This right here is number one.
Right. Right.
Just melt them all down and make one mega chase.
Too funny. All right, I'm going to dig deep for my number one. I don't think anybody would have guessed this. I've actually come across it twice now. I've been fortunate enough to come across it twice now. But my number one came from, I'll tell you this. My number one is the pink chrome Freddy Funko. That's a limited piece count. And I recently pulled it out of an I Want This Stuff mystery box. But I had already had it because when I first started the channel, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to keep doing it because I didn't know anybody. I hadn't been in all the chats and everything to get to know everybody before I even jumped in and got my feet wet. So I just kind of randomly threw stuff out there. And Funko Divas, who was on Instagram, reached out to me and said, and it was like my fifth video. I was getting like 4 views per video, and she said, hey, we want to send you a box, a mystery box, and just welcome you to the community and say thanks for putting out content. And it was the most generous, amazing box, and that was the Freddy that came out. I mean, there was a bunch of other amazing things that came out of that box, but that Freddy was special. Everything in that box. That was the first time I cried, and it was only about 6 episodes in. So, yeah, that's my one.
Nice.
That is a nice one for sure.
It seems like they get more sentimental as we go up the list.
Certainly.
Yeah.
We'll see.
No, Mitchie, you're not. Mitchie's screaming at me because what is the pop I got with the Uncle Fester with the light bulb in his mouth was the first pop I ever got from Mitchie. Very sentimental, except I've never watched an episode of The Addams Family in my life, so I have no idea why she got me that one.
So circling back to Andre the Giant real quick. So he has 69 movie credits on IMDb. Now, majority of them, of course, are wrestling videos like WrestleMania 5 and 7 and 9. But a couple of the other ones are Andre the Giant was in Mickey and Maude, which was a Dudley Moore movie back in 1984. I don't know if everybody remembers that. He had the 2 wives.
Yep.
Okay. So it says Andre the Giant as Andre Rousimov, so I guess he used a different name. He was in Conan the Destroyer with Arnold Schwarzenegger as Dagoth, uncredited. He was in an episode of The Greatest American Hero as the monster. Yeah, he was the monster. He was in an episode of The Fall Guy. He was Killer Typhoon. He was in an episode of two episodes of BJ and the Bear. He played Andre. He was in 2 episodes of The $6 Million Man. He played, go figure, Bigfoot. And then there was, it looks like maybe a French movie, Cassette Chenos pour de Judoka.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I definitely. Ladies, relax. I'm taking. He was the fighter.
Nick and Lass say hello.
I believe it's Merlat.
Okay.
Wow. Too funny.
If you can't have fun, what can you do, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Mitchie just came downstairs and said, "Why is the TV talking a different language?"
Randy says, "Well done." Hey, Mitchie.
Yeah, good job, whoever messed me up.
No knuckles.
I'll put it in the chat. If anybody can do better, go ahead.
Oh, goodness.
Nadia says hello.
Hi, Nadia.
Okay, now shoot. Boys' night.
Really? Paige is on there for how long?
She brought him cookies.
Now. I made brownies. Your language can kiss mine.
We haven't done a punishment in a long time, to our defense, so I think it's time we get Box Battle Tuesday ready.
Either that or you guys are going to be jousting in the yard, one of the two.
It's something going to happen. Oh.
All right, so I guess I'll go with my number one.
All right.
I'm going to cheat and pull 2 from the same line. One of them because it is actually my most expensive pop. This one has jumped, oh God, I don't know, $70 in like the last 2 weeks.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's up to 180 now. So not bad for, $15 purchase.
Now, is that one? That one's the shared sticker. Now, if I'm correct, the shared is worth more than the convention sticker, right?
That's what I understand. It's just wild. Yeah. And then this one is the actual first Funko Pop that I got. My kids got it for me for Father's Day, I believe it was. And then misplaced it and found it like a month later and said, "Oh, hey, yeah, we got this for you as well." So it's not in the best condition from being misplaced, but this was my first one.
Cool.
Do you have the flocked Vulpix, Danny?
I do not.
Duly noted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You, Rob?
Well, I was waiting for the moderator.
Wake up, Rob.
I was waiting for the narrator to jump in French or something. I don't know.
So we're at number 1, huh? So this one I bought months ago. I still have the box here. I have yet to film the video with it. I got it at a local shop. I've showed other stuff from the shop. This dude here has a stand in like an antique shop, and he has comics and he has pops. Calls himself Nerds in Need. Has amazing eclectic collection. He's constantly buying collections, putting them in there, and shifting out. And I went in and I saw this pop one day, and I never thought I'd see this pop in person because it's not. Again, I don't always go and buy like the high price pops. I try to get those through other means. But I'm a movie buff, and everybody knows I'm a movie buff, and I love the old movies. And I love anything to do with New York City and that, that 50s, 60s time period. And this is definitely one of those pops that fit in there. And it's a really weird pop, but it's 100% my favorite pop that I own. And I'm kind of mad that it's been sitting in a box now that I'm looking at it. And it's actually Holly Golightly from Breakfast. I don't know where the camera is. There's from Breakfast at Tiffany's, from the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's. And it's such a I only saw this movie for the first time a few years ago, and I fell in love with it. I love anything to do with New York City, that time period. And I saw this movie. It had George Peppard in it, Hannibal from the A-Team, in one of like his early roles, and he plays, I think, Fred. And it's just a fantastic movie, and it gets me every time. She has this cat, and she's so this all over the place, disjointed, very much like me most of the time. And she has a cat, and she just named the cat Cat because she didn't want to have to come up with a name and worry about it. And I remember watching the movie, and I was loving the movie, and I was loving her as a character. And I don't want to spoil it for anybody if you haven't seen it, but I feel if you haven't, you haven't. And at the end, she's trying to show that she has no attachment or emotion to anything. And she's in a taxi going through New York City. It's pouring, and she opens the door, and she throws the cat out in the street, and she's like, "Go!" And I was so mad at her. Like, how do you just throw a cat out of a taxi? And then at the end, they find the cat, and they move on. But I knew the pop existed. I never thought I'd see it anywhere. So when I walked in there one day, and he had it sitting on the shelf, and there's like a little tiny ding on one of the corners. Yeah, and like the back right corner, which is barely there. And it was only marked for like $35. I didn't even waste a second. I just grabbed it and bought the thing, and definitely one of my favorites. You don't see very many old movie pops, and that's just one of them.
They're faster than your ass.
Yeah, spoiler alert, but having said that, yeah, if you haven't used your 60 years since it's been out to watch it can be spoiled, right? The movie's been out for a minute.
Well, some people just take a little longer to get there.
Yeah, absolutely.
What movie are we talking about now?
Breakfast. Also a great song by Deep Blue Something.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a movie. I'm not going to lie. I knew the song, but...
Yeah.
Right.
It's so cute. It's such a cute movie.
Yeah. All right. So my number one, everyone thought it was going to be Rudy, but this one came from Jeremy over at Templar Pops also. It's my Kurt Cobain. And thanks to Mystery Grail, he's in a pop armor. The only pop armor I own. Well, I have two of them, but it's the only one that's in a pop armor. That came out of a heart-shaped box, mystery box, back in February. I about fell off my stool when I opened it because the box was $25, and it's a lot more than that.
Yeah,
so,
that's incredible.
Yeah. So he's actually at 270 right now.
Wow.
So, which is amazing. And growing up, I listened to their music, and I mean, I wasn't a big fan, but it is a super cool pop. So,
when's the last time you checked the value on him?
Just now.
Oh, okay. Because I know I just saw on like Sorrento Pops, they do the on the rise pop stuff. And he was just one of the ones that they showed that he was up. So I thought he might have been a little bit more than that. But yeah.
No.
Fantastic pop.
Yeah, he's when I got him, it was like 145 or something. So.
Wow.
And the funny thing is, it's not funny, it's sad. People are buying on eBay Kurt Cobain autographed Funko Pops. Okay, so Kurt Cobain was dead a long time before Funko was even thought about.
I
But
was just
people
going
were
to say,
like,
if you
"Oh,
ever
I
wanted
have his
an
autograph."
they're on eBay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
yeah. I had a buddy at work. He's like, "Hey, I can get this. My kid likes Kurt Cobain, that kind of music. I can get his autograph on a Funko Pop. Is that a good deal?" I just looked at him. I'm like, "No." No. He's like, "Why?" And I explained to him. I'm like, "Funko wasn't around then, so how did he sign it?" Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna get it then.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh. But there's people out there doing it because I see them. They pop up in my solds all the time. So.
Yep.
So if you're looking for a Kurt Cobain with a signature, hit me up. No.
I got a Sharpie, and I know how to use it.
So what color ink do you want it in? Yeah.
Yeah, you want a blue, black, or yellow?
Oh, boy.
Yeah. All right. So that was our top 5 that we own. A couple surprises there.
Yeah.
A couple surprises for sure. How close were you on ours, Jeremy?
Let's see. I got yours wrong. I definitely got Rob's wrong, and I definitely got Danny's wrong. So I would say I don't even know that I got my own right, to be honest with you. And I'm sure tonight I'll be laying in bed and be like, "Oh, I forgot about," you know.
Mm-hmm.
So Nick says, "Wait, so mine isn't real?"
Brownies, baby.
Nice.
Oh man.
She did eat it. She did eat one in front of me first. I think it'll be real interesting to see because I definitely don't have any idea where the top 5 that you want. I don't know where that's going to go. I'll be curious to see what everybody says.
Yeah, mine. I don't think anybody will pick any of my 5.
Mm-hmm.
None.
Mm-hmm.
I should have picked as my top 5 that I own would be the metallic Jollibee because that's another one that Nick that I pulled out when I want this stuff and Nick really wants back. But we can work something out, Nick. I promise. We're going to one of these days.
I was surprised. I was trying to come up with my top 5. I'm like, okay, I really collect Wolverine and Deadpool. Wait, I don't have either one of those on my list.
Yeah. I do. I add icons. I don't have any added icons. So, and I'm not really a big Captain America collector, but it's just that one, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you want to start, Rob?
Sure. So this is what working up to the 5 that we want the most, so the lowest to the highest. This is such a hard list because it can go in so many different directions. But if I had to pick 5, I'd have to put probably Amy Winehouse, the Rocks pop, on the collection. I had an opportunity to pick that pop up so many times. With the rock pops, I always felt like there's so many of them out there that I can come back at any time and get them. And then all of a sudden they're gone. You can't find them. And then they start to creep up. Now, she's not a crazy expensive pop. I think she's somewhere around like $50-$60. But she had some amazing music. And I spent a lot of nights out karaokeing. And some people would do some of her songs. And, like, they were amazing. Like, you can discover a really strong – you could discover some really strong amateur singers by their Amy Winehouse songs, which is kind of weird, but if you've been out there, you get it. And just a cool pop, and it's just a very like sexy pop. Like I think of like many of all the pops, like of the feet. Like I know people get into like all these like anime and all that, and they're like, oh, these girls are so beautiful. But the Amy Winehouse pop, it's just a fantastic mold. Like she's just a beautiful. Like, she was a beautiful woman, you know, messed up, went through stuff. I don't know if you ever listened to her story. Like her story was super tragic, but I have a lot of rock pops, and that's one I missed out on, and that would definitely be on one of my top 5. Would love to have. Like I'd be super excited to find that one. So.
Um, this is hard for me because I don't even know what's out there. We're swapping order cards. And like, oh, I didn't know that was a Popeye. That'd be really cool to have. Or, but of the ones that I know about, I'd say number 5 for me is Alexa Bliss. It's probably about the only current wrestler that I follow at all, but that'd be number 5 for me.
My number 5, and then my number 5 is I'll say the 10-inch Frankenberry. I would say the OG Frankenberry, but honestly, I think I want the 10-inch more. I have the 10-inch Count Chocula, and I really want the 10-inch Frankenberry to go with it. So that's probably my number 5.
All right. My number 5 is actually 2 different ones, completely different ones. Would be Jimi Hendrix, just because I love his guitar playing. I mean, just love it. And I'll never get this one, but the 3-foot tall Freddy that Mystery Girl has, you can get like 64,000 tokens and get it. I don't know why, but I want that thing just sitting right here. Be like, you know. Oh,
That's a pretty
all right. Yeah.
Is Rob froze or no?
I was thinking the same thing.
I saw his eyes move. Yeah, you're up, brother.
Wait, I'm up already?
Yeah.
Oh my God! We're going the opposite way.
Going the opposite way. Now.
All right. Well,
I'm back.
Nick has a question real quick. He said, when are we getting a 10-inch Booberry? That is true. We have all the others. Yeah.
It's hard telling with Funko. It's just hard telling.
Man, so 4th, I have a wish list, and I'm trying to go through and like figure out. Gosh, I'd have to say, yeah, that I'd have to say Slim from the Killer Clowns line. I used to, again, movie thing. I used to watch Killer Clowns all the time. I love those old like B horror movies and stuff like that. I was able to snag 3 of them, and I couldn't get Slim because that one was the one that, for whatever reason, was the one that blew up. And so I'm missing the 4th one to complete that. Again, not a crazy expensive pop, like $90 out there now, but it's so hard to just that much on one pop. So yeah, Slim, Killer Clowns.
James Bashir says Amy Winehouse would be one I'd like to have. Just found an interest in pops, mostly rock pops, and a few DC in his collection. So.
Well, everything up here above my shoulders is all rocks, and then there's a bunch scattered throughout the no room for, and then I have the rock albums in the closet and close to me.
Nice.
I gotta figure out where to display them. I just wall space.
So I've got, if I can do it, the rock albums.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. So I don't have any like the wrap, but it's got the.
Killer Clowns is an awesome set, Nick. It's a super awesome set, and such a great B movie.
Oh yeah, classic.
You guys are giving me a list of movies to watch this weekend, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. You'll either love Killer Clowns from Outer Space, or you'll just think it's the dumbest thing you've ever seen in your whole life. But I loved it.
It's one of those movies, I don't know, like it's hard to see for the first time at this age. Like I was like 16 when I saw it for the first time. So it was like, it blew my mind because I was like, this is so trippy and cool and weird and stupid and funny. And
yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And now we're thinking, why did we watch that again? You know, was it like 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah. A lot of those movies back then, though, they're all, you know, same deal.
Yeah. You're up, Danny.
All right. So number 4 for me, be Goofy. Yeah, I have a few Disney Pops. I like Disney Pops, and he's just my favorite Disney character.
Nice.
So, yeah, that'd be one I'd like to have. No one in particular, just to have one.
Just a Goofy. Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, we got him on the train.
Yep.
My wife does, but I like this, like the straight Goofy.
Yeah, I don't think we have a Goofy either, and he's definitely one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I didn't realize how much I like Goofy until I went to Disney. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, he's awesome.
yeah,
Goofy and Eeyore are my 2 favorite Disney characters.
Nick said the Chef Goofy is awesome.
I agree.
Mhm.
Definitely agree. Definitely agree. My number 4 is Bam Bam from the Flintstones. And I'm pretty sure you can see where the rest of my list is going. Fill in the blank in whatever order you want to put them in.
Exactly. It's a toss-up for here, right?
Yep.
My number 4, Rob has it, and it's Rainbow Bright.
Mm.
Not personally for me, but for Christy. I don't know what her fascination is with it, but she wants Rainbow Bright. So that's one I'll be tracking down at some point, I'm sure. And it's another one that just keeps growing in price. So.
Last I checked, it was like $110.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nick is correct. It's 2021 year of Hanna-Barbera. Yeah.
Get it.
So, yep.
Hashtag.
I don't know if you watched my last video, Jeremy, but I said in there, you know, I thought it was funny, silly. I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I've got a whole shelf of Hanna-Barbera, and I've got a new one that just came in the mail today from eBay. So I'm pretty excited about. I've never seen the character.
I have paused your videos a number of times and yelled for Mitchie to come in the other room just to see let her watch you do this and get mad at me. Yep.
Oh, yes. Yes. All right, Rob.
Back to me. So third one's an easy one for me. The rest of the list is easy for me. Jaws eating Quint. We just talked about they have the movie moment coming out with the boat. It was a Funko Shop exclusive. I didn't know they had that. I have the 3 guys from it. I have the shark with the tank. I don't have the regular shark, but I feel like I can find that somewhere. But then I saw they had the shark eating Quint, and it's like Jaws is just one of those quintessential movies of my life. And my oldest remembers watching it with me when we were young, loves the movie as well. Super big Jaws fan he is. So I would love to get that. I'll have to get the movie moment one too when that comes out. But to get the OG eaten Quint, 100%, that's on the list. And that's another one. Every day that goes by, it gets further out of range. It's almost up to like $200 now.
That's the rest of my list.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
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 Yeah. The top 3 on my list are basically mortgage payments.
Right.
Well, number 3, again, is a line that I didn't know existed until I ran across one somewhere. But I'd like to have Animal from the Muppets. Because, you know,
Nick,
love
I
the
will.
Muppets.
Yeah. Yeah. Did they ever do the Muppet Babies line?
I have no idea.
I don't think so, but wow. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
And I mean, I know it's freaking weird, but I would love if they did the nanny and it was just the legs in the box.
Absolutely.
Because there was never, right? Like, I would buy that pop.
100%.
Funko, sell me 2 legs in a box. You got to win.
I think that's Funko After Dark.
You know, along those lines, then you could do the Wizard of Oz with a house and just a leg sticking out from under it too.
That should
You
definitely
could do a whole legs line.
Yeah, there's no reason that shouldn't be a movie moment. That would sell out.
Movie moment. Yep.
Give me a sepia like the Wicked Witch before she turns to the Wicked Witch, and a sepia Dorothy. Like that line, they have pops for that. They're missing the whole boat on that line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those Tiny Toons pops would be pretty cool too.
Tiny Toon. Yeah.
There is an El Kabong pop.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Jeremy just got it, I think, didn't you?
What was it?
El Kabong.
Oh, I did. Yeah, got it from a Judy mystery box. Love you, Mom. Yeah, you did.
The Charles Freeze?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if that's me or my computer or okay.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to get.
Oh, he did freeze.
He did, yeah. Either that or he's just staring us down.
I'm like staring at it, like, wait, is he messing with me?
We're having a blinking contest.
Blink, Charles.
I don't know what my computer's doing. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
We can hear you. Can you hear
Yeah,
us?
we can hear you
I
now.
can hear you guys. Yeah. I tried going to another website to look something up, Hanna-Barbera, and there we go.
There we go.
That was the wrong Hanna-Barbera site.
That was that ex-girlfriend of mine in high school.
Hannah's Barbera.
Oh boy.
Okay.
All right, you guys. My number, what are we on? 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The order might surprise you. My number 3 is Barney from the Flintstones. Now, OG over the water buffalo hat, but either one really.
Gee, didn't someone just have the opportunity to get the water buffalo hat?
Yeah, I think somebody did. Yep. But that was a good choice. You wanted the other one, you should have got the other one.
Yeah.
You've got the Barney with Fruity Pebbles, right?
I've got the Fred and Barney with Fruity and Cocoa Pebbles. Yeah. Those are the only Fred and Barney, except I have Fred with the house.
I actually thought you had the ones with the hats already, honestly.
Nope, not yet. Strategically have not gotten all of those yet.
Strategically.
Yeah, I just kind of know myself and my many habits or not habits, but many hobbies and how things run their course. And I'm afraid if I just jump down the line and get all of the Hanna-Barbera ones that I want, that I'll be done collecting. I'll have everything I want. And then what do you do? So, collect every Disney pop for Mitchie and trade walls and
Right.
go up and up. So, but yeah.
Nick says his dad has the one with hats.
I could see a trade in the future for a metallic Jollibee for Fred and Barney and hats. Just let me know.
Nick's in, just don't tell his dad. My third one is the Count Chocula Soda Chase. The blue Count. I had someone reach out to me the other day and asked me what commons I had, doubles that I would be willing to trade, and they sent me a picture of their collection, and I said, I've got these 18. I will trade them for that that Count Chocula Chase. So that's kind of still up in the air. That might happen.
Nice.
But I can't pass that up if they'll do it. So
Nope.
So that's my number 3, the Count Chocula Blue Chase. And it's like 185 right now.
Yeah, he's up there.
So that's one I would have to get in a trade or a mystery box somehow.
Yeah.
All right, Rob.
Back to me.
Yep.
Game stops.
OG Batman line, the 60s Batman line. There is a metallic Joker. There's a couple in that line that are way up there, but that's definitely one of them. But that OG metallic Joker, he's out there. He's waiting for me. But definitely one of the top ones I would love to have. When I got into this and I knew they had that line, I started buying those pops, and my goal was, well, what really sparked it the way I wanted it was I had seen a guy, he was selling his collection, and he had one of those like baseball display cases, and he had the OG Batmans in that display case, and it was just killer. They just looked awesome standing across there out of box. I'm not an out of box collector, but they just looked amazing because you could see them, and just in the line there was just something. Maybe it's just because of the TV show and growing up, but like it just glowed to me. It was like an aura. So I started collecting 2 of them. One so I can have in box, and one I can eventually have out of box in that display case. That's like one of my goals to have. But there's a metallic Joker, and that's been on my wish list since probably 3 years ago when I first started collecting it. And I think he's like close to hitting like the $400 mark at this point. So again, it's like, hi,
Yeah.
One day. So again, I was able to get a metallic Joker today. It's not the metallic Joker, but it all kind of like ties back together.
It'll tide you over until your metallic Joker is now worth $900. And
Right. Well, again, these metallic lines from China, they were ridiculously priced when they came out.
Yeah.
So kind of my hope is like they'll go back up again, and maybe I could sell that metallic Joker and hunt down an actual metallic Joker that I wanted. So it's kind of like an investment, hoping that in the future, and if it works out that way, I only spent $20 to get into that raffle to win that. So if I can turn $20 into a $350 wish list pop, then that's for me.
Yeah, you bet.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, the soda version might be your best bet.
Yeah. I can't even find Joker sodas.
What color you want it? I can make metallic. But somewhat, yeah. All right, Danny.
All right. My number 2 is one that I just found the other day. From my favorite movie is The Crow. Again, didn't even know that those pops existed. Was on Whatnot looking for something and ran across that. I'm like, what? Oh, come on. Yeah. And that's also one I know can't get autographed.
Yeah. I mean, you could on eBay.
Yeah. So the Crow. Do I sign it The Crow, or how do I sign it?
Right.
We were talking about Hanna-Barbera, and I was trying to find this. I pulled it up on my phone so I don't freeze this time.
Oh my gosh,
Oh.
the Forbes line, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Dorbs guy, but I might have to get that.
Yeah.
So. They have another one too. If I can find it. Go ahead, Jeremy. Sorry.
No, you're all right. My number 2. No, are we on 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
My number 2 is Pebbles, Flintstone. That's all I got
Now,
to
is
say
there,
about that. She's one. I wasn't real sure about Barney and Pebbles. But I think I did the order right.
is there more than one Pebbles, or is there just one?
I just know the Funko Shop exclusive.
All right. My number 2 is the Yummy Mummy Chase. I think it's orange, something like that.
The soda.
Yeah, the soda chase. Yeah. That's another one, and it's up around $300. So it'll for sure have to come to me in a trade or something like that.
Yeah.
So or I'll sell this shelf and you can have it. But, so that's my number 2 is the Yummy Mummy Chase. So.
That's a good one.
We're back to me, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Number 1 all time, Robin.
Super easy, hands down, no thought about it. It's the unmasked Jason Voorhees. There are so many fakes out there of this one. I'd be petrified even having to like buy one. I had a buddy who collects only horror pops, and he reached out to me one day and he's like, "Guess what I bought?" And I'm like, "What?" And he sends me the picture of it. I'm like, "You bought a fake?" And he's like, "No, I didn't." I'm like, "Dude, you paid $70." And I was like, "No, the guy swore it was not a fake, up and down, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "What, on eBay?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Dude, it's a fake. Like, it's a fake. First of all, look at the picture. Don't even have any of the detail, any of the speckling. The coloring is off." I'm like, "It's a fake." He's like, No. He got it. He opened it. It was a piece of garbage fake. And he had to contact the guy, and he couldn't get his money back at first. And then, eBay and everything squared it away. But I'm like, you're not getting it for $70. If you did, everybody would. So, yeah, hands down, 100%. Jason Voorhees again. First pop I got was a Jason Voorhees. One of the pops that I searched the longest for was the hooded Jason Voorhees, and then the unmasked Jason Voorhees. Just those would be the 3 pinnacle Voorhees for me. And then there's like a bunch of glow ones and stuff like that, and they're cool, but because I'd have the 3 different familiar faces of Jason Voorhees: the unmasked, the hooded, and then the traditional. So,
wow.
Nick said the seller said, "Nah, it's not a fake. I swear." Never heard that one before.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Although, what is the correct answer? Because even if it wasn't a fake, that's what you would say, right? So yeah, it's pretty much the only answer you're going to get.
Well, the guy I bought it from said it was legit, so it must be.
Right. I've seen people buy the fake ones just to say they had it in their collection, which I don't know. I guess I don't know, but I want the actual one. And not that I'm ever going to sell it, so I could care less about the value. But I want the actual one because it's the actual one. So
I almost bought a fake one just to have it. Of one, yeah. I don't know why, but I just wanted the pop.
I feel like that's a very dangerous route to start going down, because I feel like then all of a sudden you could be like, "Oh well, you might as well get this one too because I don't really need it, but I kind of like it. I kind of want it, and I can get it for $5." And then all of a sudden you have this mix of fake and not fake, and what is what, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, number 1 for you, Danny.
Number 1 for me, I don't think exists. I want a custom Superman. Now, at Christmas time this year, they had the Santa Claus where he's pulling a Santa suit open and it's got the logo on it. What I would like is for them to come out with a military theme Superman, where he's opened up the uniform and then has the S underneath it. That's what I would like to have.
So going off what you just said, and I don't know, I've never seen them. Do we have military themed pops, like the 5 branches of the military? You know how well those would sell?
Yeah, I don't believe there are. I think I tried to look them up because, like my brother-in-law, I want to get it for him, and I'll probably someday try to see if I can find somebody that can do a custom for me for it. Just because I think that would be, and especially like Memorial Day, 4th of July, all these holidays, if they could come out with one of those, they sell out in a heartbeat. But
sorry,
So, like I said, I don't think it exists. Someday I'll find somebody that has much more skill than I do and see if I can get one custom made. That's my number 1.
There's some pretty amazing custom artists out there. So yeah,
there are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen some on your videos.
One of them that keeps popping up in my timeline, she goes by Funko Boss, and I've gone through her Instagram and just drool looking at it. I mean, She does amazing work. Amazing work.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a Gabe Miller custom, and then Emma from What the Pop did that Dumbo Fred Flintstone. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Life Ray Video says they have the hospital heroes, which is the nurses and the doctors, or whatever. A pop celebrating our armed forces would be fantastic. Yeah, they'd sell out in a heartbeat.
Well, I mean, that's the Frontline Heroes line that he's talking about, and yeah, so that's a line they should expand on, and there's many more that they could.
Yeah, and there's a lot you could go down with that. I mean, it's not just the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, that kind of thing. There's Navy SEALs. There's that you can go through different divisions and infantries, but yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. That would be pretty cool.
Great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, they've already got the mold for it with the Black Widow. Charles thought that she was guiding the planes as it is anyway. So, just make a different color.
Land the plane.
When I first saw it, when I first saw the comment, I'm like, is she laying planes?
Too funny.
Well, if you take Shipwreck from the G.I. Joe line, you have Navy. You have like the Navy mold already there. Just get the anchor out of his hand or change up the uniform a little bit.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you could basically, I'm looking at Captain America sitting here. You could just use the Captain America frame, change the colors. That's what Funko likes to do nowadays, is just change the colors on stuff. So, same mold. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're too busy working on sodas and getting those numbers wrong. So.
Yeah. Mathematicians apparently were not.
They make toys. Yeah.
They don't care about the numbers.
No.
Rob doesn't think the numbers are correct anyways. So.
100%. I call BS on the numbers on their cans. Absolutely. No way. No way.
They're either wrong, or the Funko collecting community is much smaller than I thought. Because to do a 10,000 run and still have them sitting on the shelf, or still have them sitting in the Funko shop for a period of time, doesn't make sense to me.
Well, look at the luchadors. I know that's a touchy subject and no one really likes them, but you only made 15,000 and you still have them, and they've been out 6 months now.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't sell 15,000 of something in this big of a country in 6 months, you probably shouldn't have made it in the first place.
Right.
So.
Box Lunch has 4 luchador sodas that have been consistent on their website. And pretty much nothing. Like every once in a while, they'll spatter one other soda in there. Like right now, you can grab the Pale Man. Sometimes it's a Chester Cheater. Sometimes it's Fearless Leader or something else. And then Funko has the 3 sitting on there consistently. I went the other day and I hit 10 of each, so I could have bought 30 luchador sodas off of Funko, and they've been up there for 2 months now.
Yeah.
But you watch some of these videos of people like opening case after case after case of soda. One guy will have 5 or 6 cases, right? So that's 40 sodas? And if I did the math right, it's like 60 sodas per state if you broke it up over 50 through the, I don't know. It's ridiculous. Yeah. The numbers aren't right.
Yeah, it's interesting to me too, because, and not to get off on a side tangent, but that's the thing. Like if I find out about a drop and I go to that site for a pre-order in the first 5 minutes that it goes live, I miss it. It's sold out. But then I watch people open cases and cases. Like, I don't know where I'm going wrong. I can't get one before it sells out, but somebody can buy cases and cases. That blows my mind. So
I feel like they've got to be out by the Funko Hollywood store or the other Funko store out in Everett, Washington, wherever it is.
Yeah. Because
I know a couple of the guys that are right by the Funko Hollywood store, and they sit there with cases of sodas surrounding them, opening them and selling them off.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yep.
And they're, they make $25-$30 a can when they're doing it that way.
Sure.
It blows my mind.
Yeah, the case break.
Yeah.
You guys know my top number one, so we can move on. It's Fred Flintstone. You know it.
That's a shocker.
Shocker.
That would be a good horror pop. Shocker. Anybody remember that movie?
Shocker. I might have to refresh my memory on Shocker.
Shocker. That was a oh my god. That was what's his name? He was in
That guy, yeah.
yeah, I think he was in the X-Files, and I think he hosted one of the murder mystery shows that they had, like ones that talk about like unsolved mysteries or
Stack?
No, the other one with he's bald, deep voice. Oh gosh, I can't think of his name. But Shocker he was a killer. He was a murderer, and the sergeant's son, teenage son, stumbled upon him, tracked him down in like a dream or a vision or something like that, and like they bring him into the jail, and then they put him in the electric chair, and he doesn't die because he does something, so he ends up being able to live through the electricity, and he's in like an orange jumpsuit through the whole movie. And there was a really awesome song for the soundtrack, Shocker, and I forget who did it. Maybe it was like Alice Cooper or somebody, and it's like Shocker, Shocker. I don't know. It was great. It was fantastic, and it would be an awesome pop.
I do remember now. Absolutely. Yep.
Is it Mitch Pileggi? Mitch Pileggi? Is that how you say it? He was the guy who played Shocker. He played the bad guy.
Yep.
Charles, what are your movies to watch?
Yeah, Nick says he wants to see the Tone of the Tiger soda. Yeah, and then super excited for Flocked Fruit Brute. Yeah, that's another one I'd love to have. The Chase on the Fruit Brute.
Yeah.
If they do a Tony the Tiger soda, I hope they only do the retro one, so that everybody that complained about the retro pop has to buy the soda.
That would be awesome.
Oh, now you like it.
Sure.
Exactly. I bet I would guess though, if they made Tone of the Tiger, it's going to be for a convention, and there'll be 4,000 of them, and the select few 17 people will get tickets to it, or in the lottery, and then you'll see them opening Tone of the Tiger sodas for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
And they'll drop 5 of them on the website for sale.
I think that Tony the Tiger soda would probably challenge the 1,500 Slee Stack. I bet it would be a super low rare piece count.
Yeah. And there again, why was Slee Stack picked as a 1,500?
Well, you know what? My guess is, honestly, they probably thought 1,500 was the right number for Slee Stack, because if they didn't make him a convention exclusive, then how many people know Land of the Lost that would have been after that one to rush out and get it? And then when they decided to make it not only a con exclusive, but the most rare limited piece count ever, then everybody wanted it, whether they knew who Slee Stack was or not. The thing that would bother me with a 1,500 piece Tony the Tiger is they could make 25,000 Tony the Tigers and everybody would buy one. Oh, yeah. So as a business, why wouldn't you make as many as possible?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Nick said he pulled 2 Fruit Brute chases last year when they came out. And they sold 1.
Yeah.
Slee Stack is 1,500 because they knew no one wanted it if they didn't make it super limited. That's true. And by putting that there's only 1,500, people would fight each other for it. You know.
Yep.
I would have
taken sell it for $1,000.
I would have bought it if there's 25,000 of them. I mean, Land of the Lost, that was one of my TV shows as a kid. You know, like
yeah.
100%.
I would have bought it too. I just don't know that. I mean, I don't think unless somebody watched the movie, which was a little rough, but you know, sure. I mean, I don't know that Mitchie would have known Slee Stack. Maybe she probably would have, but a lot of my kids certainly wouldn't. So
now, will we get Marshall, Will, and Holly as sodas too, or no?
Highly doubt it.
Probably not, right? No.
Highly doubt it.
I mean, I know who it is when you mentioned the name, but if you'd have just showed me the soda of it, I probably couldn't have placed it. I couldn't have told you what show it was from. Like, I've seen it somewhere before. Yeah.
Nick said Sleestack is a very small market of collectors that are all my dad's age, like you guys.
Well, there you go, son.
Wait a second. Wait, what's the 83 there, my friend? Is that a birth year?
He's just a kid.
How old do you think we all are?
I don't know.
No, we're talking about Nick. Nick's young. Not
Nick's
very
like, I'm going to guess Nick is like 24, 25.
No, I think he's older than that. I think he's Mitchie's age. I think he's closer to Mitchie's age, which is 29, of course.
Yeah.
Every year for several years now.
29 and holding.
Yeah. She's celebrating her, 5th anniversary of her 29th birthday?
My grandpa used to say he was 19 for the 3rd time.
If you need help tonight, Jeremy, like just give us an SOS text or something.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I know. I'm just digging my hole, trust me.
I hope you got a comfortable couch. That's all I'm saying.
I make do.
Yes, 83 is the birth year. So. My number one is one they haven't made yet, I know for a fact, and 2, the other one they say they made, but they've never released them. The Alice sodas, of course. I've really gotten into the black light here lately. I don't know why, but they catch my eye. I love them. And then Alf Flocked, or Alf in general. So, yeah.
I think Nancy would agree with that one.
Yeah.
Yes. Alf is pretty cool.
For sure.
Yeah. What does Alf stand for? Does anybody know?
Alien life form.
Alien life form.
Yeah.
Yep.
I loved that show as a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
Maybe we should have just waited to see if Nick could have picked that one out, since we all obviously knew.
Right.
Nick always gets me. He does his Instagram videos, and he's over there at Disneyland. I guess, yeah, Disneyland is California.
Yeah.
And he's on the rides, and I'm just like, man, it's raining or snowing here, and he's do in the sun. I'm like, oh. Bearded Collector says his top grails are the OG Simpsons, the 4-pack Amazon TMNT, yeah, and then the grayscale turtles, yeah. I love that if I have the colors, yeah. This is something else I was gonna try to show you when I got froze out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The little gruesome wacky racist guys.
Yeah.
Love it.
So the next order I make, I will probably order one of those. Like I said, I'm not big into Dorbs, but I say that and I'm not big into the Funkoverse, but I have like 9 of them. So
yeah, I just got my first Dorbs, and holding it in my hands and looking at it, I'm like, yeah, now I get why they're named what they are, because they are literally adorable.
Yeah,
they're pretty cool.
Yeah, they are pretty cool. I don't know if Funko screwed up the boat on that, or if people just didn't go for them. If they didn't market them correctly or what. But,
I don't think there was any incentive to buy them. If you already had the pop, now you're buying these. They were smaller. They weren't much less in price. Same with the vinyls. And I still 100% say if it wasn't for YouTube, the sodas wouldn't have been what they are today.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because 90% of the time you go to a store and you ask if they have any, even a comic book store, and they look at you like you're weird. You're like, what? We don't sell drinks here. I'm like,
right.
Well, I mean, I'll say it 100 times. The sodas are nothing but shrunken down vinyl, the vinyl line, and they fit it in a soda can, and they made it like a blind bag pull. And everybody started doing the videos and going like, oh, Jason, I got 3 of these. And then everybody was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I want to get 1 or 2. That's how it was for us. We bought the one Oogie, opened it up. It was the green one. It was cool. We just, put it on the shelf, didn't touch it. started making the videos and seeing everybody opening them, and it just became a thing. Like, we want to get in on that. We want some. And then when we realized how freaking hard it was to find sodas, it became more of a game, and it just spiraled out of control from there.
Yeah, spiral is a good word for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, you know, if you get too crazy, because at some point you start wanting to line them up. So I've got a couple of them where I've got for example, Blueberry Pop with the Blueberry Soda next to Blueberry Mini, which then would go next to Blueberry Dorbs, which could go next to the Blueberry whatever. And I mean, you just got the whole line. And if you matched up every soda with every pop and every mystery mini, you're going to be hunting Funko the rest of your life, which is a great marketing plan. Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And we've talked about that before. You know, if they have the pop, well, now they have a soda, so I want that too. You know, it just snowballs for sure.
Yep.
So there's talk about the Dorbs. This I found at that convention we went to, and got it because it's the Wolverine.
Oh, nice.
And
cool.
Okay, I'll figure out this camera eventually. There we go. And it was a 3-pack, as you can see, and I think I got it for like $10.
Nice.
And I said, yeah, it's Wolverine #1, #2. It's cute. So yeah, that was a must grab.
Very cool.
And that's the only Dorbs I have too. It's funny, I tried to find a protector for it, and I'm looking up Dorbs 3-pack protector, and it pulls up that picture for what they make it for. So I'm like, hey, I'm sure it'll fit.
Nice.
Nick, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah,
Sorry I let your little secret out there, buddy.
Yeah, and I know my camera's terrible. It's on my laptop.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens, man.
There's a local auction page by me on Facebook, like one of the local sites, and it's they call online auction site. And the lady, I don't know what she does. She must buy like pallets or something, because she's constantly posting like Funko Pops, really good Funko Pops too. And John Acker, who's usually in watching with us, he's in the group. So me and him. So I'm always like, if he bids on something first, I won't bid on it because I don't want to like outbid someone that I know. But she just posted a bunch of the Dorbs, like starting bid $5 each, and it's like there's a Freddy Krueger one and a Flock the Gremlins one, and there's like 5 or 6 of them. And I'm fighting hard to not bid on them, but I really want to, because now I feel like for that price, I might as well buy them for $5 a piece because they're horror ones. But yeah, like I don't know.
And don't forget the most underrated, in my opinion, the 5-star, the little 5-star Funko 5-star. Have you seen those? They're in a, oh god, I've got one somewhere. But they're in a small box, and it's got a small window in the front, but the front opens, it flaps open, it's on Velcro, and it's a little tiny figure, and he's got a couple extra, like I've got a Michael Myers one, he's got an extra little knife, he's got an extra little. I'll get a picture to you guys, and you can check them out. 5-stars are really, really cool.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any of those.
Yeah, me either.
I don't know if they even make them anymore, but
well, I thought I'd heard too that they'd quit making Dorbs, but I guess that's not true. Because every so often I see some online that looks like newer stuff.
Yeah.
Last ones I know they made was the Stranger Things. I know they have a full line of those. But, you know, that's something else. With the way TV shows come out now, you know, you have them out for 8 weeks, and then you don't see them for another 52 weeks.
Yeah.
It kind of hurts the collectible market, too, because people are buying them while they're watching the show, and then they tail off. But
yeah.
So... okay.
If there's any one Funko Pop, and I know we've kind of talked about this a million and one times, but going back to any one Funko Pop that you could call Funko tomorrow and say, I need you to make just one of these for me, just the one, what would it be?
I think I answered that one already.
The military season one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Mine 100% would be a Jimmy Stewart pop. Like classic Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I'd have to give that some serious thought. I have no idea.
I know we've thought of all kinds of crazy pops and lines that they should do and this and that, but you had the power to pick up the phone tomorrow. You had one shot, say, make this, and then within 3 days, it would be at your house and you'd have it.
I mean, I think I would lean, top of my head, I would lean towards the Calvin and Hobbes 2-pack. But
Nice.
I bet I could come up with better ones than that if I think about it.
I could go for John Wayne. Maybe it's like a Rooster Cogburn.
That's what I thought you would have said was John Wayne.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about that, and that's the one.
Yeah.
They just need a screen icons one. I mean, I know they have one like Marilyn and this and that, but you know, Jimmy Stewart and James Cagney and all those guys, like they just need the line.
Yeah.
And just very classic. That would be my line. That'd be what I'd like.
Complete side note: my dad was in the Marine Corps with James Cagney.
Nice.
Totally way out there, I know, but yeah, yeah, that's a line they really didn't explore very hard. I don't think.
Second one I would love is a Bing Crosby one, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
You're an old soul. You're an old
Yeah, these my grandmother when I was a little kid showed me these movies and I got into it. So like something like White Christmas and you know the original and Affair to Remember and movies like that. Just there was a theater by me. It was like a theater, like a plays, movies, concert, everything. And it was around since like the 30s or 40s when it was built. It was like one of those classic with the marquees outside still. And they would do once a month, like a Ted Turner classic movie. And I got to see some amazing movies up on the big screen. Like one of my favorite all-time movies is Casablanca. So I was able to see that on the big screen. And like just amazing to see. So movies like that, like Humphrey Bogart, I would love to have those lines.
I think a Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye 2-pack would be really good for White Christmas.
Fantastic for White Christmas.
Yeah, what is White Christmas now? Is that another movie or?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm no longer in the group. I understand. I'll leave now.
I'm not surprised at all that they made Golden Girls. Golden Girls is a one of the classic TV shows of like the 90s, and I'm surprised there's not more of those TV shows. But someone like Betty White, like who doesn't know Betty White? And if you're gonna do Betty White, you have to do the whole series.
Yeah. I also think that a lot of the I also think that there's a lot more collectors our age collectively than the youngers. I mean, my 16-year-old son, 17-year-old son, he was collecting, but he lost interest in that when he got a job and a girlfriend and all that stuff. But it's a lot of us in our 20s, 30s, 40s, and that are, I mean, the majority of the YouTube channels are occupied by 30s and 40s. So,
yeah.
So
people don't know Betty White from the Golden Girls. What?
Well, I would say the younger generation doesn't, but Betty White would be well known for a lot of things, maybe even outside of the Golden Girls. But that's how I knew her.
Yeah,
that's how we were introduced to her.
Yeah. Bearded Collector said Dick Tracy line would be cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of surprised they don't have it already. So
I'm surprised they don't have a lot of lines.
Yeah, I mean, I'd go down the whole Western rabbit hole. Everything from like Clint Eastwood and Fistful of Dollars and that kind of thing to the old classic Gunsmoke, Rifleman, Have Gun Will Travel, all that stuff. But there wouldn't be enough interest in those lines to really sell. Maybe Gunsmoke, longest running TV show in history until The Simpsons. But outside of that, I'm not sure there'd be a line or a market for it.
Probably not.
Betty White was on Mama's Family?
No.
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 That was
Carol Burnett.
Carol Burnett.
That was
And
Carol Burnett.
Vicky, yeah. Vicky
What was her name? Vicki Lawrence.
Vicki Lawrence.
Vicki Lawrence, Carol Burnett. No, sir. Unless she was on one episode.
Time to Google.
Wasn't it Rue McClanahan was on Mama's Family?
Was Betty White.
Okay.
I'm
I was
Googling.
surprised. I picked up a box of Pops the other day from a neighbor, and I was surprised they had the Jeffersons. It's a 2-pack.
They have them single and a 2-pack.
Yeah, I have the
They did it
2-pack.
both ways.
So I was kind of surprised they have that one. I'm like, okay. She was Vicky.
Technically, yes, Betty White was in there. Sporadic, it says, made sporadic appearances in the sketch comedy The Family and its spin-off sitcom Mama's Family.
Rue McClanahan was on there too.
Yes.
Which, look, I agree, man. Give us a Mama's Family line. Vicki Lawrence and that scowl, man.
Yeah.
Or you know, it would be a great 3-pack. I just thought about thinking of these old shows. What was it? Was it Newhart with the 3 guys? This is my brother. Brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl. Look at Larry Daryl 3-pack.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Talking about 2s and 3-packs.
Yeah.
I just watched Newhart with we're binge watching Big Bang Theory, and he comes back as when in Sheldon's sleep. He was Professor Proton in Big Bang Theory. So yeah, that was a great show.
Yeah. Does anyone collect Harry Potter pops?
I have a Harry Potter pop.
Bearded Collector's wife does.
Oh yeah. Have I got a deal for you, buddy? I just got a picture sent to me. It's like 40 different Harry Potter pops.
Wow.
Most of them are like $10 a piece. I'll send you the picture, Bearded Collector. So, all right, guys, we've been here for 2 hours and 13 minutes. So let's go around the horn, find out what we're getting into this week, next week, whatever. So, Jeremy, you want to start off?
Yeah, we are. We're going to try to get back in the swing with Box Battle Tuesday, starting next week, and we may do our live stream Sunday night. I'm not sure yet. TBD. But definitely back in the swing. We got a couple of Jim Pops mystery boxes we'll be opening for our first battle back. And then we're going to get back to some normal things. So unfortunately, I just got to get some boxes in. So now we've been a little delayed, and now we got to wait for boxes to come in. And once they do, we'll hit the ground running again and be right back into things and try to be in more live streams in the chats and spending more time with people that I haven't seen or talked to in a long time. And it'd be good to get back into it.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. We know you've been going through a lot, and the community's here. So
I appreciate all the love and support everybody's given me, and it's meant the world, and it's the reason that I'm still here doing this with all you guys. And it's long past the love of the vinyl toy in the box, and it's all about you guys and the community now. So yeah. Happy to be back.
Yeah, always glad to have you for sure.
Yeah, it's been great seeing you pop up in live, even if it's only for a few minutes.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, Danny, what do you got coming up?
I got 2 boxes left in my box run. So hope to get those out. I think I mentioned before, whatever I get for those two, and then the last one I just sold will all be donated to my local animal shelter. And then I've got a mini collection, I guess, in the mail on the way. So hopefully I'll get that in soon and can get that open and then put up.
Good night, James.
All right. Yes. Good night, James. Thank you for stopping by. Rob?
It's nice to finally not have to say we're working on a mystery box run, so we've got that done and out, so I can take a breather from that because I've been stressing out over that. But I'm happy it went well. Just we have a bunch of boxes just building up again. We've had a busy 2 weeks, so we haven't filmed as many videos as we normally would. But again, that's all coming to a nice settled calm right now. So I'm sure we'll be able to get back into that. We did try to make up for that by doing the live the other night with that treats box, which was a lot of fun to hang out and do. But other than that, just doing some videos and trying to find more pops and waiting for those stupid Alice sodas to drop. And I want them more now because you keep talking about them. So at first I was like, oh, they look cool. And now you got me like on edge all day. This thumb's getting sore from doing this all fucking day.
See what you don't really understand is every time you refresh, I get a nickel. So
I'm like psychotic throughout the day. Like I have a routine, like literally every 15 minutes, refresh once with the word soda. So all the sodas come up. So I see the same soda cats and 3 luchadors. Then I go Funko and it goes back to the main screen and there's nothing new on there. And then I go over to Box Lunch real quick, type in Funko Soda, hit refresh, go back to the Funko site, type in soda again, boop, bring it back. And that's like every 15, 20 minutes. I'm like psychotic at this point.
hey, you got to do what you got to do,
You do. And it's fun. I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but I've learned also, sometimes when I do the refresh, I'll get a page that says, oops, something went wrong. And that's how I know, oh, God, they just put something up. And then I have to go figure out what the hell it was. Yep. So it happened today, and I really thought it was going to be the sodas, and it was the Seinfeld pops. But
yeah,
they got my money with that, too.
Yeah, they're not going to get me on that one.
Oh, I love
what a time to drop them right after everybody just spent $1 million on Funko Ween, and now you're going to drop not just the Seinfeld pops, but the lounge fly and the every other thing that goes with it. And it just cost another $1 million to get it all. It's crazy.
3 Funko exclusive Kramers in one day.
Yeah, that's insane.
And they're probably all slitting up there because, hey, don't drop all 3 at one time. It makes it too hard to pick them up. Like now I did because I was like, oh God, FOMO. I got, I want, this is a line that I want every pop in. Mm-hmm. And like I already know Box Lunch has some. I didn't get there yet because I was like, no, I'm not going to spend money while I'm doing the mystery box. I'm not going to just make it to spend it. So I'm holding back. And then today they freaking dropped them, and I was like, okay. There's like 11 different Funko Seinfeld pops up there today because there was 8 regular ones and 3 of the Kramers. So I bought the 3 Kramers, and I didn't buy any of the other ones because I think I can get them cheaper because they're all commons.
I was going to say, chances are you only need the 3 Kramers because the other ones will be available.
They're all common somewhere. Yeah. Actually,
the other ones
can get them off.
The
Amazon.
other ones will be a dime a dozen in mystery boxes in 3 weeks. So
yeah, just like the extra office pops you see, like everybody's pulling the office pops. Yeah. So but I do. That's one of the newest collections. She was checking on me. No more cookies. That's one of the lines that I said as soon as they released it. I was like, this is a line I know I need all of the pops of. It's one I want to complete. So
yeah.
Congratulations on the sellout, Danny. I hope that happens tonight for you in the morning sometime. So let's see. I just got my Templar Pops boxes in for the Glow Hulk. Or the Gamma Glow Freddy. So I think I'll open those tomorrow night. So that video will be sometime tomorrow night. premiere. I'm pretty excited. Hopefully,
I can't watch it, and I don't want to know.
Okay.
I've got 3 boxes that I bought from him. I bought 2 right away, and then I bought the last box from him again.
Okay,
so,
well, when are you doing your video on that? I'll wait.
Oh man, yeah, I'll talk to Paige. We'll have to open that because I'm dying to open that. And then I don't know when the last box is coming in. So, but I have the 2, so we could do that. But that brings me to 2 questions. One, me, you, and Jeremy have to figure out a night to do the Templar Pops loot box that we've rescheduled. So we need to do that. And then Charles, you and I, with the Martin Pop box, we have to schedule that and get that.
Everyone that's in here, Martin Pops. We both bought he custom made a box for us. I received mine this weekend, actually. I received it Friday while we were gone because my neighbor came up with a stack of boxes for me. And he's like, does this happen every day? I said, not every day.
Some days there's more.
Yeah, some days there's more. And Rob and I are going to battle those boxes. I think we're going to do it on a live.
Yep.
And then there's a second part to it that is going to be another live that we'll explain that night. So it's going to be fun. It gets Martin Pops out there for everyone to meet them, and help his company out. So
nice. I got a couple right here too.
Yes,
we'll be opening those, I think, on a box battle here in the future.
I think he was the first box that I sold was the Martin Pops yesterday. And he said when I do it, let him know, and I sent it to a couple people that had asked to be informed when I did it, and I sent it to him, and 2 seconds later he was like 6, and I was like, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, Greater Collector. That's probably what my mailman thinks. He probably thinks I deal drugs or something out of here. I'm not real sure. So.
Well, I shared the pic. My mailwoman walked up one day and she had that stack of boxes, and someone pointed out like, "Oh, her OCD or something," because they were all stacked. But I saw her coming up, and the first thing I thought was, "Shit, what do I tell Paige? Like, how do I explain it?" Because I'm always like, "Baby, I didn't buy any more boxes. There's not really anything else coming." And then, sure enough, that day it's like, "No, idiot, here's 10."
Yeah. Well, Christy finally went back to work today. She's been at home since March of last year.
Wow.
With all this work, she's been working the whole time, but
yeah,
today was her first day back at work, and I'm just like, oh, now I don't have to hear, you bought that and you bought that. And I'm like, because I get the boxes in before she comes home.
Uh-huh.
Well, nothing happened here, nothing to see.
I said to Paige, I'm like, I'm not going to use this money from the mystery box to buy any pops. We'll keep it strictly for like wedding stuff and everything. And then Funko was like, hold my beer. Here's 3 Kramers. Have fun. And I was like, baby, don't be mad. I might have bought Funkos today.
I didn't buy anything today. Not yet.
Oh, I did. I ended up getting in on the Space Ghost pre-order. So
yeah.
That's the first time I bought Funko in a hot minute, so it was.
That's a pretty cool looking one, though, for sure. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you everyone who came out tonight.
I asked my mailman today.
Yep. What, Danny?
I asked my mailman today. I'm like, okay, so I got these boxes I need to ship. Can you take them off my hands? He goes, well, you need to schedule a pickup, and I think the most I can take is 10. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll take them to the post office because I got more than 10.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been limited how many they can take. Now, one day I had like 17, and a couple of them were pretty big boxes from the eBay stuff. And I was in the garage when he came up, and he's like, I'll send someone back for these. So he took a lot of the small ones, and then another another van pulled up, and they took my packages, and they got where they're supposed to go, thank God. So
nice.
But yeah.
Well, Paige was telling me the last time we sent out a bunch of boxes when we did all like the gifts and everything, we take it in. There's like a slot you can drop them in because we label everything at home, and she was putting them through her and my son at the time. And they could hear the woman on the other side go, who the hell is putting all these boxes in here? What are they selling? What's all these boxes? It's like the end of the day. Why are all these boxes coming in? So yeah. Today she said she heard the guys, as she was putting them through, she heard someone pick it up and she heard beep, beep. She's like, so they're scanning them. So hopefully they're out, and I'm hoping people have them before Friday. Well, what's today? Tuesday? Yeah, before Friday.
I have
most of them said 2 to 3 day shipping. So
yeah, I sold one on Whatnot on December 30th of last year. It was scanned at my post office on January 4th, and I don't have a clue where it went after that. Post office can't find it. Nobody can find it. It's just out there.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I have one box on its way to Canada from that mystery box run.
Yeah, I haven't sold anything to Canada. I've had people ask. I had someone in Scotland want me to send them a box, and I'm like, I can't ship it for $30 to you in Scotland. Yeah. No, I can't do that.
No, when I did the first box run, Toronto Rob, you might have, or Toronto Collector, Rob, he reached out, and I was like, I'm like, for the price, I can't ship it for that. And he's like, well, I'll pay the extra. I'm like, if you're willing to pay the extra, that's fine. I'm like, but warning, I don't know if it's going to be worth it because you're going to pay more in shipping than what the value of the box ends up being. Yeah. But he wanted some mystery boxes. So this one, he reached out again, and it's a lighter box. So I was like, well, yeah, because if you pull one of the top hits, you're more than getting your money back, even with shipping. So
yeah, there's a lot of collectors up in Canada, and we've shipped a lot up to Canada, and it's pricey. It's pricey, but we did some. I mean, we had a couple Patreons that were from Canada, and so it just is what it is. You ship stuff to Canada. It costs a lot of money. So be mindful when you're packing the boxes.
Hi, Kenneth. Hey, collecting boxes.
Hey, Kenneth.
Collecting boxes. Good evening.
Yeah, it's, I mean, I don't mind shipping it up there. It's scary to me because it's a whole different shipping form. It's like all the custom information on there. Right. And it's like, what's in the box? I'm like, Funko Pops? Do they know what the hell they are? But he told me they can't get it. And I didn't know this, that they can't get any of the Funko Shop exclusives up there. They basically can't find sodas up there. And if they can, they're crazy expensive. So I'm assuming that's through resellers.
There's a lot of people I know that if they live in Canada and they live near the border, they actually have P.O. boxes in the States. They have it shipped there, and then they just go across the border when the border's open and get their mail once a month or whatever it may be and take it back home. Because Funko won't even ship to Canada at all. So, which is I don't understand that. They're missing out on so much there.
Well, there's a side bit. I'm going to just set it up. If you're in Canada, send it to my house. I'll repack it and send it to you. You pay the difference. Yeah. $5 a shipment. I'm not looking for a lot.
There's a channel that does that for. There's a channel in Australia. Steven, he's a big soda guy, and he gets them over there, but not most of the new releases. So he orders them, has them shipped to somebody else, and then they ship them to him. Mm-hmm. So, hey Sassy, how are you?
Hey, Sassy.
Hey, Sassy.
So, all right, guys. I know we said we were going to go. So thank you guys for everyone who came out. Thank you, you three guys. Wish Charlie could have joined us, but we know he's busy. And I hope his photography stuff is taken off for sure because he's good at it. So hopefully we'll be on next Tuesday. Same time, maybe different channel. We'll see. So we'll come up with a topic, or if anybody has a topic, hit one of us up on Instagram. What do you want us to talk about? So we just like to hang out. It's fun. So.
Yep.
I can't talk to my pops, or people think I'm weird. So, guys, thank you again. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
Deuces.